This podcast is a part of the PodMania Podcasting Network. Check out podmania.co.uk to check out more of our great podcasts, features, reviews, match ratings and previews spanning the crazy and diverse world of professional wrestling.
Hello, my name is Simon Miller from What Culture Wrestling, and you are listening to the PodMania Pro Wrestling Podcast, and you better keep listening to it. Why? Here's why.
You're listening to the PodMania Pro Wrestling Podcast, a sample of the best pro wrestling podcasts we can produce on our tiny budget. Check us out on Apple Podcasts, Podcast Addict, CastBox, and all other podcast platforms. If it's wrestling you want, check out more of our great content at podmania.co.uk. Let's do this.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of the PodMania Podcast. I'm your host, Rob Goto, and I am joined, as ever, by Chris O'Brien and Garth Jackson. Garth, how was your Halloween?
It was alright, pretty subdued. The kids got dressed up, but I didn't, which was disappointing.
Boo. Boo.
Just watch a load of horror movies. That's always good.
What was the horror film of choice this time?
I watched The Thing.
Standard.
I watched The Other Thing, like the semi-pre-make.
Oh, right, okay.
All right, it just sounded like you forgot what you watched.
That
Other Thing. Which is all right, it's fine. I watched a pretty good one because I signed up to that Shudder.
Oh, that thing that was all over Facebook for about like a year, and then that was it.
It's like all horror stuff.
Yeah.
And watch a really, really good one, which I highly recommend, called Host. And it's only an hour long, and it was shot during lockdown. And it's basically like 5 friends get together to do like a seance over Zoom, and crazy shit starts happening. It's really good.
How appropriate.
Watch it.
Didn't you also watch the multi-Oscar winning CM Punk film?
Turned it off after about 40 minutes.
He's not an actor, is he?
No.
It was dreadful.
You weren't exactly full of glowing reviews for it, were you, mate?
No, it was pretty shit.
It's one of his one-word reviews, just shy.
Like, nowadays, because I have like zero time to do shit, I have to fucking pick and choose. Like back in the day, I would have just watched it regardless. But nah, don't watch it.
No, that's because I also had a bit of a horror movie marathon for Halloween. I watched Evil Dead, which you've told me the second one's better, but I didn't quite like the first one because tree rape. Okay. What else did I watch? I watched not the old one, but the 2003 Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which is fucking awful. Like, it's unbelievably bad. Like, in the first 5 minutes, I'm like, I'm going to be very happy when these 6 people die. Yeah. And then, like, they died. And there wasn't even gore because it was too dark to see any of the gore. So then I was like, okay, I'm going to put on something I know I like. So I put on Zombieland, which is funny. Watched Shaun of the Dead, also very funny. But then I put on 28 Days Later, which I thought was going to be like a generic zombie film. But it's actually just really, really good.
Great.
It is good. Cillian Murphy's fantastic.
Yeah, and Christopher Eccleston's in it, and he's great as well. Just highly recommend. Chris's 2 thumbs up.
New from Chris Reviews.
Check me out on Letterboxd. I'm ranking things. Jurassic Park is very far down the list.
So today, then, ladies and gentlemen, we've got 3 matches as is our brand new format. Garth is going to open things up tonight, then Chris, and then I am going to main event tonight with the first Japanese pick of this new endeavour. Who'd have thought, Chris, that I would be the Japanese mark before you?
I'm trying to be reserved. Like, I know, because with the J Cup coming up and the best Super Juniors, I am going to pick a Juniors match at some point, and maybe the one before our Survivor Series special. But like, I'm trying to like pick the right one, mostly because a lot of them go like half a fucking hour long, and it's like, okay, none of the modern ones then, because I don't want like Garth falling asleep.
Yeah, we've got to keep Garth's attention. He's literally just said we're lucky to have him in this,
and yet he's picked the longest match on the fucking show.
Yes, he has. That is true.
That's damn true.
So, well, we might as well dive straight in, Garth. What match have you picked, and why the fuck have you picked it?
Well, anyone who listened to the last show gave a hint that I would be probably going for Umaga. And I've picked Umaga versus John Cena at the 2007 Royal Rumble last man standing match.
Of 2007 pick, and it's not me.
No, I think because of like all the Roman Reigns stuff that's been going on recently, which he's been fucking amazing, and the Usos, I wanted to watch some Umaga. So, this one, I kind of remember. There was this one, and there was a street fight one with Triple H. Are the two ones that I really remember.
Was the Street Fighter No Mercy?
I can't remember. I just remember them being like outside and being all over the place.
I felt sorry for Umaga at that point because he just existed to get Triple H over.
Like, wait, everybody did it that time.
That is true. That is true. I must admit, Garth, I am quite impressed that in the current climate, you didn't choose the fantastic Umaga WrestleMania 23 match, the Battle of the Billionaires. We all, I think, would have enjoyed seeing just a little bit more Donald Trump on our TVs.
Why did you remind me?
Maybe if he got beat out of, but he won, so...
That is true, and nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see that at all. So very, very quickly, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to fire up your network or your illegal stream, we don't condone that, but secretly, yes, we do. If you want to fire up the Royal Rumble 2007, go to the Jump to function to the match, and it should take you to 1 hour, 7 minutes, and 31 seconds. I'll give you just a couple of seconds to do that. Honestly, like, I remember seeing bits of Umaga, but I think I only ever watched one match, like, live, and I've sort of only ever gone back and watched it. I don't know why. I think I wasn't watching wrestling really at this time. I was only, like, tuning in for really WrestleMania results. I didn't even watch the WrestleManias, so I'd always heard of Umaga, and I remember someone at school saying there's a guy who finishes people off with his thumb, which sounded wrong, to be perfectly honest. Sounded a bit sexual.
Shocker.
Yeah. Also, I'm not sure wrestling's for me anymore. This big Samoan guy.
And you had Val Venus, but that was a bit too much for you.
Yeah, exactly. Right, ladies and gentlemen, if we are all ready, we'll start playing in 3, 2, 1, play.
The lovely Jillian Garcia.
I know someone who's obsessed with her podcast, and it's like, really?
Lillian Garcia's podcast.
Yeah.
But she's quite hot.
She couldn't look more mid-noughties if she tried, though.
I know, like, she definitely goes home and listens to, like, Sum 41.
Evanescence.
Work me up. I was really hoping Garth would do the high notes.
I can't. I blew me throat out earlier today.
So many jokes, so little time.
I love the fact that Umaga came out and the person that they thought would be best to put with him was Lou Bega.
Armando Alejandro.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Umaga number 5.
This is like right in the middle of like when I hated Cena, totally despised him.
Cena was Superman. Well, not this time. I got into this year at WrestleMania, but when I saw Cena, it's like, holy shit, it's fucking Superman. It's Superman with jorts.
I remember like first seeing him, I thinking this guy's fucking amazing. Like his diving headbutts and stuff.
Yeah, his hip attack. He's basically Rikishi if Rikishi could move.
Yeah.
He was a legitimate, like, fucking threat. Though, could you imagine Umaga with the spinner belt?
Best design right there.
Just imagine for a second that happening.
They should let him have it, and then they should have gimmicked the belt so he just ripped the spinner off.
That would have been quite cool.
Like with his
So it's just a gold belt that says champ on it.
yeah.
Just having destroy it like Naito destroyed the Intercontinental belt.
Yeah, and then it suddenly got better.
Yeah.
And then Umaga just has like the WWE sign like in a chain around his neck.
I'll tell you what, you said this is the part where this is sort of right in the middle of where you hated John Cena. Fucking hell, listen to that reaction.
Oh no.
Where are they? Where is the 2007 Rumble?
Just the kids.
No, he was up until roughly now, I reckon, to probably WrestleMania 24, 25.
Well, the fans weren't happy out with. If you watch WrestleMania 22, the fans don't like him there.
Yeah, but he'd only just debuted. Didn't debut till 21. I mean, WrestleMania debut.
Yeah, but it's because he's been in the championship picture for the whole year, and then suddenly Triple H seemed like someone who you should cheer. Okay. Also, they were in Chicago, to be fair. But yeah, I know. I remember there was people in school who hated John Cena, but it was like a weird kid who didn't like wrestling anyway. So,
Like, in a completely straight heterosexual way, look at the fucking size of his arms. Like, that is
there's some big arms.
unreal.
Those are rocks. Those are rocks right there.
Before Fruity Pebbles, Cena.
It's not even happy smiley Cena, is it?
No, it's not. It's I'm a serious Marine Cena. Go on, Lou Bega. Mambo number 5.
Dun,
Dun, dun, dun, dun.
Oh, he's got a thing around his
Oh,
thingy
well,
because he slammed through a table.
you know what Umaga's targeting, don't you? Straight away, those fucking ribs.
Yeah, he's going to go for a leg match. He's a limb technician.
Imagine.
Kurt Angle for Daniel Bryan of his day.
It's how so many people knew Umaga.
How long do you think it's going to take for that face makeup to start peeling off?
Couple of 5-knuckle shuffles.
See, but he shouldn't do that because he's not much taller than him.
I'm intrigued to see just how poorly John Cena works here. I mean, those punches are fairly shit straight away.
Umaga's not selling it, to be fair.
No, wasn't exactly his gimmick though, was it? Selling. There you go. Fucking hell, fire.
Fuck you and your abdominal region. Fuck.
Do you mean region?
You fucked up. You fucked up.
Abdominal region. There's nothing on the ground. Umaga's just looking at someone who's not there.
Because I've got the closed captions on, right? It just said Cena is sucking for air. So he spat me tea everywhere.
Who won the Rumble? I'm trying to remember who actually won the Rumble.
2007, it was Taker.
Yeah. One of the best closing stretches in any.
Him and Michaels, wasn't it?
Yeah. By the way, was it with like matches we picked over the last couple ones and people getting thrown into stairs?
Yeah, there's been quite a few.
There's been quite a bit of that, yeah.
I love
the only reason it didn't.
Go on.
Sorry, go on. I was about to say the only reason it didn't happen in the Progress match was because they couldn't afford stairs.
I was going to say they don't have any. It's like a step ladder.
We don't even have a step ladder. They just like jump into the ring.
Is that sand?
That ground looks like sand.
I was just going to say that. This is another bash at the beach.
Oh man, it's a good thing Umaga's barefooted. He can get sand in his shoes. That'll be a big advantage going late into this match. You know who challenged for the World Heavyweight Championship on this show?
Challenge. Test.
2007
Yeah.
test.
No, he challenged for the ECW Championship. It was Mr. Kennedy.
Kennedy.
Kennedy!
He had a rocket strapped to his ass from the off, didn't he?
God, yeah.
Yeah, and then and then drugs, and then he almost killed Randy Orton.
And Randy Orton being the...
And he was a massive asshole.
Stupid.
Yeah, and Randy Orton being the completely rational human being he was, took it really well.
I remember Kennedy coming out and like straight away beating the Undertaker.
Yeah,
Like,
he had a running gimmick of I've beaten this many world champions, which is a great gimmick to be fair.
Didn't he brutalize Taker with like his microphone?
Yeah, I think that was it.
I thought you meant Randy Orton. I was like, what microphone?
The one that he hears voices from.
Oh, nice.
You don't hear through a microphone, silly Billy.
Was he even using that song at this point?
What, Mr. Kennedy?
Oh, fucking
No,
hell. Get down, Cena.
He's like, fuck you.
He wasn't using the Voices song?
No, he was using
No, he was using-
Burning My Light. What a fucking tune that is.
What a song.
Hey, nothing you can say. Nothing's gonna change what you've done to me.
Me, when the teacher thought he was going to have to give me a D, but I got a B. do the pose and everything.
So, I'd like a manager, please. What gimmick would you like your manager to have? I'd like him to be a Cuban pimp. Okay.
And you asked him one?
I got you back. I know what to do. I know what to do for you.
You know Pablo Escobar?
I want that, but a PG version.
Also, I want him to pay...
Oh, not the stairs. They weigh 400 pounds.
Thing is, that's
See if you can get over the rope. So many people
2011 when WWE are at their most like PG bullshit. Oh, it's Last Man Standing. This okay.
Don't let him up. Just fucking brutalize him.
Throw stairs at him.
To be fair, what I didn't realize in 1997 is how often people just threw tables at other people.
Oh yeah.
happened so
Nothing will ever beat Braun Strowman throwing that fucking chair at Roman Reigns. Oh, look. No selling the ribs entirely. Oh, fucking hell. Jesus Christ. Though that was quite close.
That was...
Pick up your PG.
What is it with the mid-2000s and people not being able to spell sucks? Or anything that ends with a CK?
Because it's cool.
Poor literacy is cool.
School, spell it with an SK.
Too cool for school.
Exactly.
Locationally challenged.
Occasionally challenged. I am
You fair,
Cena,
that's what
and
we
I
said.
will not sell the ribs.
Yeah, Cena didn't get good at selling for quite a long time. Like, I'll defend Cena to the hills, but that was lovely.
Yeah, now Cena will put on some great matches and has put on some great matches, but back in, I think that was the issue that quite a few people had with him or started to have with him, was that ultimately he wasn't that great a worker. Like up until probably, 2014?
He was just doing the whole Superman thing and the 4 moves of doom.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
2011, he was really good.
He had good matches. He wasn't good consistently, though.
Yeah, but he was paired off with The Miz and R-Truth.
The absolute ring general that is the R-Truth.
Alberto Del Rio, who, like, seemingly just refused to put on good matches.
Yeah, proper phoned it in, didn't he, Alberto Del Rio, for the entire of his both WWE runs.
Yeah, and then he's a scumbag. So.
He is a scumbag. He's a scumbag, don't you know? Dum 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 dum.
Look, it comes a full Mondeo. we need to stop because Garth hates the Arctic Monkeys.
Does he?
I don't
Yeah, he doesn't like him.
I don't really care about him.
Wow.
Is that worse?
I think so. I think just being
nothing.
ambivalent towards them is worse than not giving a shit, or like not hate, or just hating them.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, that's what, I remember the first podcast me and Rob did together. We spent like 20 minutes beforehand talking about the Arctic Monkeys because I saw them at Transmit.
Arctic Monkeys are decent, then. Oh, the other half of the stairs are here.
Oh no, very heavy part.
They're the ones that you get slammed on.
Don't fucking spoilers, man.
What I want to say about Umaga's
Feet. Face paint.
No, about his
Tattoos.
attire.
Oh, okay.
His attire. Is that like the not quite full trunks aren't flattering? I think that might be the point.
They never have been, though, have they? Like, no person pulls them off.
He looks like some of the people you'll see coming out like a Pilates class at a local swimming pool.
Why are people doing Pilates in the swimming pool?
There's like a gym in the swimming pool.
In the swimming pool?
Not in the swimming pool,
right,
but
okay.
like in the same building. It overlooks the swimming pool. It's a bit creepy, to be honest.
What are you going watching for?
I'm not watching. I'm walking past there because I like to walk down to the harbour.
Bronco Buster. Bronco Buster. Cannonball.
Stink face.
Sting face. Turns around, slaps the arse.
Scotty Too Hotty and... Oh, Jesus.
Of course he fucking moves. And look, no selling the ribs.
F5? FU.
Oh, no, he's struggling with that one.
It was called the FU at this point, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah, I saw someone go. The reason we need... around the time when people thought that PG was the big issue with WWE and not like
the terrible booking.
Wrestling.
Like, I remember people go, we go back to TV13, everything will get better. It's like, nah, I really don't want to watch half-assed book television with an added fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want the fuck to be given in the booking room, not on the promo.
We started swearing in the Firefly Funhouse this week.
Did they?
Yeah, you should watch. It's fucking weird.
Oh, Black Hole Slam.
Him and Alexa Bliss.
Properly swearing.
They bleep it out, but Abby the Witch keeps saying fuck, and they make her put money in the swear jar, and then Alexa Bliss turns into some manner of demon, and Bray just turns to the camera and goes, "Holy shit!" But the shit gets bleeped out, unfortunately. But he keeps getting bleeped out with the Randy Orton thing, so that's probably going to be his next feud. Because that's the feud that works so well at WrestleMania 33.
To be fair, it was good at like No Mercy the year before, but then we just decided to make it shit. It was weird. Every time I hear Alexa Bliss's name, I just think of the Bowling for Soup song.
Oh god, fucking monstrosity.
Why can't more girls be like... It's like they came up with the song and the lyrics separately, and it was like part of a writing exercise.
Pop punk writing 101.
Yeah. You need to put in way too many syllables for the amount of bars of music you have.
Ironically, they do have a song called Punk Rock 101. Don't you think it's really handy that Umaga's tattoo stops just short of his mustache?
It is quite... To be fair, you'd look around.
Oh!
Oof. Nice.
Gee, I thought Cena had landed on him then.
That's called the throwback.
Could have went so wrong. No way.
Oh,
Jesus.
Oof.
This monster. And so he after this he'd be feuding with like Shawn Michaels going into Mania. But you know who he was feuded with directly after Mania?
2007.
Yeah.
I don't know. Rene Dupree.
That's 2005, you silly Billy.
Oh.
It's the Great Khali.
Of course it fucking was.
I love how that amazing match, didn't it?
Well, we did have an amazing match, but it was a passable match, which quite frankly,
Falls Count Anywhere.
Yeah, at Extreme Rules, like it was just a passable match. But to be completely honest, with Great Khali, that's the most you can ask for.
Oh,
to be fair, Great Khali would. Oh,
Jesus! It just looked like he was just land on Cena's face.
That cell from Umaga going downstairs is like leaving fucking Hive at 2 a.m. It's like, no, I can drive. I can drive.
I genuinely thought his manager then was going to start fanning him with his hat, and that would have been incredible. Come here, you'll be fine. Watch, it proper looks like he lands on Cena's head.
Looks like Cena's head hits the steps.
It does.
Yeah, Jesus.
Oh, it might have done, to be fair.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Forgot Cena used to do that. Bleed.
You see this match here where it's all built around like
Bleed.
the babyface having like moments of shine against this monster. I think this is what people remember Hulk Hogan matches being.
Hulk Hogan used to bleed.
He did used to bleed a lot, too much.
That's opened up that as well. The blood pissing out of it.
Shall we call it? Is it a blade job, or has he actually hit his head on the steps?
I reckon bleed.
Oh, the ring crew. Why were the ring crew getting rid of the steps? Umaga proper gave him a look then as though to go, what the fuck are you doing?
Just ruined my spot.
But that reminded me of there was a Fatal 4-Way in TNA as part of the Bound for Glory series years ago. It was Robbie E, Bully Ray, Jeff Hardy, and someone else. And we were doing a double suplex through the table. But then Robbie E moved the table. And Jeff Hardy's leg just smashed up the side of the table. And then Bubba Ray's just looking at us and going, what the fuck are you doing?
I used to actually really enjoy Robbie E.
Robbie E was really fun. Like him and Robbie T.
Jesse got us.
Jesse got us. And like when he went on to be Mr. Spectacular in Lucha Underground.
He was just
We need to get some fun. You know what? We need to get some Lucha Underground in this watch along.
I'll watch some Lucha Underground.
It's so good, isn't it?
Is it King Cuerno or some?
King Cuerno. Oh, he's the cruiserweight champion now in NXT.
He was is he?
Oh, Jesus!
Jesus.
Fucking hell. That was rough.
That was right on his
Fun.
neck. Jesus.
Yeah, well, King Cuerno is one of the best suicide dives in all of wrestling.
It's Escobar, isn't it?
I remember he had a match with I'm sure he had a match with Brian Cage on the season that I watched.
Yeah, Brian Cage was in I think he was in every season. He at one point got a glove where one punch would kill people.
See, I love shit like that.
It's good, like Lucha Underground. I don't know the way Rob talks about it makes me think he hasn't watched it, and I love it because it's a wrestling show where people can be killed off.
Not the spike! No!
Not the. To be fair, we think this is stupid, but doesn't Fale use it?
Yeah, but it's shit when Farley uses it and all.
Everything Fale does is shit.
That bad little fool's alright. Oh no, not upside down. Have you seen the blood coming out of his head? We know that gravity will pull more of it out. Because that's how gravity works. Jesus Christ, talk about Crimson Mask. Fuck me.
This reminds me, because as part of my 97 thing, I watched WrestleMania 13, and we didn't clean Austin's blood off the mat.
Jesus.
So
TNA used to just leave it. TNA never used to change the ring.
That's just gross. Just buy an extra mat. Look at that kid doing the Jeff Hardy dance because he saw himself from the fucking hard cam. Umaga, he's weird. They did that thing where they kept him just pushed enough to be credible, but never pushed enough to be champion. Because he was IC champion for a lot this year as well. If you do it off and on with Jeff Hardy.
He had some good matches with Jeff Hardy. He had a steel cage match.
Yeah, well, that's mostly good because if you give Jeff Hardy an environment where he can jump off a high thing.
Fucking hell.
Jesus. Yeah, this match has turned around. It was a bit lethargic to start, but this has really turned around.
That was completely unprotected.
Yep. Well, he's Samoan. He has a
big head. Yeah, that's a good point.
And plus, he probably would have just said, just fucking hit us. We'll sort it out later.
I remember in the lead up to Mania 31, Ed was on Jericho's podcast quite a lot, and they were talking about going into it. It's like, people think Lesnar versus Reigns is going to be bad, but it's Brock Lesnar versus a Samoan.
Yeah.
Suicide dive? A Cena suicide? No, of course not.
No. Don't be stupid.
Oh, I fucking hate double axe handles. Fuck off. Good, you deserve that. You can eat that, you prick.
You must hate Randy Savage, man.
I hate them all. I just think it's such a shit. It's like the diving brain chop from the top rope. What are you doing?
How has Alejandro got blood on him?
Hit him with Michael Cole.
Pick up Michael Cole and hit him with.
It's like swing him like a steel chair.
You know, there's no Spanish announce table here because so we're just putting them through the ECW announce table.
There's just so many fucking commentary teams.
Did someone just want to drink?
Did someone what?
They'd switch.
Someone just like threw a drink at Umaga.
Yeah, I think
or
so.
Did you one out of the way?
Oh.
Fucking hell.
Oh Jesus! It is a miracle. It's a miracle that one of those tables didn't collapse underneath it.
It's amazing, like that. Nobody moved that monitor at the end.
Yeah,
You'd already taken one out, you inconsiderate bastard.
But like a Mania 30 when when Daniel Bryan got power bombed onto a monitor.
Oh, that's horrible.
No.
Watch this though.
Get up, Umaga. It wasn't that bad.
Oh come on, mate! Just walk it off.
Technically knocked himself out.
I'm really enjoying. There's a sign on the hard cam, and see if you can spot it in a minute. And it just says the word Paul. It's a white sign, blue writing. There we go.
Yeah, just Paul.
Just Paul.
Paul. This is I'm Paul. This is between y'all.
Just running repairs. Just running repairs.
He's a young lion at heart.
Just cleaning the ring, mate. That's all I'm doing.
Referee.
Singing in the ring.
Oh, Jesus.
The ref just looked there.
Yeah, the ref. To be fair, it's no DQ, is it? 'Cause it's last man standing. He's just sort of, what are you doing?
You don't really get a lot of people taking off the top rope nowadays, do you?
Or not even like the pad.
Yeah, but last time, if you watch the G1, you know that Toriano does it in every fucking match.
All the damn time.
Like, literally, I don't think a Toriano match has ever went by without him attempting it. They have names as well, apparently.
That's so going up Cena's arse.
He's like, it's going to get a gimp out in a sec.
How funny would it have been then if he'd have run, but the rope hadn't given way and he'd sort of just pinged backwards? Like on a bungee cord.
Like in a cartoon.
Oh, it's going up in Maga's ass.
Yeah. Oh, God, it actually is.
I'm now very disappointed that it didn't.
Cena's gone full heel here.
Oh no, he's just defiant. It's like when you kill Jason, you have to go too far.
Was it the last girl?
How thin is Cena's head?
It is quite. It's quite contorted, isn't it?
Put your tongue away, Umaga.
Look at the face.
Let's go, Cena.
Cena sucks. I think Umaga's dead. I think he killed Umaga.
Well, I have bad news for you, Rob.
Oh no. Poor Umaga.
Do you think if Umaga had lived, he'd be part of this Uso Roman Reigns thing?
Definitely.
Because he's their cousin?
No, again.
Umaga's just like, well, you want selling my shit or match, so why the fuck should they sell this?
Whose son is he?
He's Reigns. He's not Reigns' brother, is he? He's Reigns' cousin.
Yeah.
So is he... Right. Is Arthur Roman's dad? I'm sure he's the son of one of the head shrinkers. Seeker?
Wrestling Samoan family tree.
Dynasty.
Is it
There we
Arthur
go.
and Seeker?
So it starts with Chief Peter Maivia and then goes on to Arthur Anawai and Seeker Anawai. And then Arthur's kids are Lasmooth, Manu, and Samu.
There you go. Cena wins.
Lol.
Cena wins off. Big match, John. Big match, John. And there's just a
Then
random
they
girl
had-
looking happy.
Oh, she's happy.
She was.
Reno. Rosie is Roman Reigns' brother.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Superhero in
Wow.
training.
And then, Umaga's Rikishi's brother.
Rikishi's
Right.
brother. Right, okay.
Yeah, and then Rikishi's kids are the Usos.
Usos, yeah. Right. Well, lads, let's stop that there. Garth, was it as good as you remember?
It started off quite slow, but I think it really did pick up. I really did enjoy it towards the end. Even the fact that I hadn't quite got to Super Cena, he had to actually put some work in. No, I really enjoyed it. It was good.
Chris?
I think this match kind of shows the best and worst of Cena, like his babyface fire, his ability to like reach down into heeldom and not quite turn is really good. But then the ribs, which were definitely meant to be a factor, were not a factor.
Yeah, I agree. I think he played a very charismatic part, which has never ever been Cena's problem. He's always been a very charismatic sort of... He's been a star, effectively, and he was a star in that match, and he certainly, like I said, had that babyface fire. The crowd were really behind him as well. He played to the crowd really well. I thought the finish was really good. But, yeah, you're right. The lack of selling from Cena, the Super Cena, in effect, sort of... It didn't take me out of the match because I still thought, especially the middle to the end, were really, really good. But, you know, you can see why people got very bored of it very quickly. You know, the whole, you can hit me with everything you've got, but I'm not going to sell it. It does get quite tiresome. Overall, though, I enjoyed that match far more than I thought I was going to be. You know, far more, than I thought I was going to.
Really good spots.
Yeah, absolutely. There's some fucking vicious spots as well. Overall, Garth, what would you give that out of 10 then?
Probably a high 7.
I am in complete agreement with you. I mean, I think it just misses out on 8 stars, or, you know, the owed Meltzer 4 stars. I think it just misses out. I think if we were doing Meltzer stars, it'd be a 3 3/4 star. Chris, what about you?
Mm-hmm. Same. It was a really good match on the night, but yeah, there's nothing. The lack of the through line with the ribs kind of did. Like, if Cena had actually sold the ribs, I think this match would be higher. I think that's like the main issue here.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're all in agreement. Umaga versus John Cena gets a 7, but like I said, far better than I thought it had any right to be, considering who was in the ring. Shall we move on then to our second match of this episode? And Chris, it is your choice. What have you chosen? From which show? What company? And why have you chosen it?
Well, CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan from Over the Limit 2012 for obviously TNA. No. And I picked it because I remember it being my favorite match of 2012, and I wanted to see if that held up.
So wasn't this a Tyler Rex match?
No. Tyler Rex was relegated to Superstars by 2012.
Oh, just one of the many, many missed opportunities from the WWE. So that's amazing. So yeah, if you want to find Over the Limit 2012, then please feel free to find that on the network. I do just want to say this show opens with no video package whatsoever, just jump straight into a 20-man battle royale with absolutely no entrances whatsoever.
Yeah, okay. So I remember that this is for a shot of the IC Championship, and the IC champion was
Cody Rhodes.
Cody? Yeah, and then it was Christian's return. So, like, that was meant to be the bombastic way to do it. Christian came back, so...
Imagine that battle royale, and then Christian comes back, and the battle royale just doesn't matter anymore.
What disgusts me about the CM Punk title reign is that it isn't actually properly really good title reign, but he never got to main event because John Cena versus John Laurinaitis was apparently more important.
Unbelievable.
To be fair, I will say now that is a main event worthy match.
Johnny Ace.
Johnny Ace is big in Japan.
Yeah,
Kamato versus Ryback was higher on the card.
That was a cool down match.
Oh my god, Tangaloa versus Ryback.
It's because WWE never used to do semi-mains back then. They'd always have like the big match, a big match, do a cool down, and then go on to the big match, and like Ryback squashes with a cool down from then on. So, because basically the only diva on the roster that was over was AJ, and that's because she was like fucking with this storyline.
Right, so if you found Over the Limit 2012, go to the Jump 2 section, and we are on 1 hour, 40 minutes, and 21 seconds. And lads, if you're ready, 3, 2, 1, play. And I've accidentally muted it. That is a good start. There we go.
Johnny Bryan's one of those people where if you don't get how good he is, I don't respect your opinion on wrestling.
The American Dragon?
No, he's one of those people like him and William Regal and Kurt Angle. Those are three people if you can't appreciate how good they are. Like if you try to do some weird hot take, I just don't. It's because you clearly don't know anything. It's the one thing. It's the one like strong opinion I hold on that.
I will just say that I think the Over the Limit set is fucking class.
It is really cool, isn't it? Like they actually did like some minor set changes in like this era, and then like they weren't quite all homogenous. They only really started happening in like 2014.
Cutting costs.
Yeah, that's when they had that capital punishment. Capital punishment, and it was a proper White House set. It was great. That takes me back.
Ladies and gentlemen, you will notice a lot of Chris fanboying during this match.
He's my favourite wrestler. He brought me back into wrestling and made me the mark I am today.
Until he dropped the belt to The Rock, and rightly so, I feel.
And
then
his 2013 class match with Undertaker, or 2 class matches with The Rock, class match with The Undertaker, class match with Chris Jericho, class match with Brock Lesnar, was in the Money in the Bank, one of the better Money in the Banks of that era. What else was there? There was so much. He worked really well with the Shield basically every week.
His match with Chris Jericho at Extreme Rules was absolutely amazing.
Great, early in the year, yeah. His whole series with Chris Jericho was great. Last thing, he was telling really good stories. Like he
was doing the whole "dad's a drunk" thing.
Yes.
Yeah, and he was attacking him with. It was amazing. It's some of the most fun I've had on weekly TV.
Did he do a promo from like the pub or something?
He did, yeah. He was like having good old-fashioned Chris and chips and all that. It was great. So good. And here, basically... Now, there we go. AEW. We can answer right now. Like, basically, AJ had accidentally fucked over Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania, and then like she was just involved in the storylines until now, where she started getting involved with Punk, and then like she'd become like Raw general manager, and it was actually better than it sounds.
The old 18-second demolition. That's a really creepy looking CM Punk mask behind CM Punk.
It's weird, isn't it?
Did you see that? Then? Just popping up
Yeah,
on a
why-
screen with no eyes. Fucking terrifying. Look at that thing. My God.
Someone's took the time to print that and cut it out.
and
Just think,
Yeah.
what-
enlarged it. Can you imagine, like, if you actually zoomed in a little bit, it would be so pixelated, it's untrue.
CM Punk. CM Punk.
Don't lie, Chris. You want to join in?
Are we in fucking-
I was just. I wish I was there. I love CM Punk so much. What's your favourite look for Daniel Bryan? Because he's been through a few.
long hair with the beard?
The-
Long, like WWE title, yeah.
Yeah.
Goat.
WrestleMania 30 to WrestleMania 31.
Yeah. A bit chubbier than he is here.
I don't think he's chubby.
Not chubby, but like bigger.
So am I right in thinking,
Less
Chris, this is
lean.
your match of 2012?
Well, not anymore. Now it's Suzuki versus Tanahashi. But when I was 15, yeah.
Okay.
What the hell's that thing on CM Punk's back?
What?
That was bird?
Love bite from a whale.
Is it from Ryder?
No, that was later in the year. That's the thing about Punk's reign. It got shit near the end because he spent the last half of it working with fucking Ryback.
Wasn't that Hell in a Cell?
Who constantly kept
Hell in
injuring
a Cell, and then he had a TLC match on Raw.
Where
when he had
Ryback
his
was...
fucking stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Where Ryback was just completely... just wasn't safe at all.
Yeah, well, no, he was definitely over. It was literally a Goldberg situation where he got put in the main event too early, but they sort of booked themselves into a corner because he was the only over thing on the roster.
He wasn't
He was
over.
getting. He was getting.
He
fucking-
was. Well, the chance was over.
Didn't he like botch like some fucking really bad table move or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he put Ben Punk about and he went to him in the back and was like, you either admit you did it on stupid or say that did it on purpose or say that you're fucking stupid. And he was like, I'm fucking stupid. Because he is. Ryback is stupid.
Oh, Skip Sheffield.
Big up
Old
Skip Sheffield. Give us a kiss. What?
See, this is when Punk was like, it's like Orton. It's like motivated Punk is like excellent Punk.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, because Punk did try and act, but when Punk was in a bad storyline, he still tried to make it work.
Mhm.
Like, he tried to make whatever he was given work, but like, to be fair to him, when you're champion for a year and you never get put in the main event, I can see why he had a grievance.
I like genuinely enjoyed the whole straight edge society thing.
Oh, that was great, where he was pretending to be Jesus. It was amazing. He had like proper heat for that as well.
Where he shaved thingy's hair. Was it?
Yeah.
Serena
and then he
Deeb.
got
And he got Gallows.
Gallows, yeah, and then he got absolutely fucked because he rubbed Undertaker the wrong way and got like destroyed in Hell in a Cell in 8 minutes, and the run just came to an end.
That Royal Rumble
totally-
where he keeps eliminating people
Spends the first-
and then just does
Yeah.
this sermon. It's fucking mint.
It was just that whole thing was legit heat as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Look at this perfect limb work. I say limb work. Brian Stelling's putting it over. That's something I like about Brian. He literally, if he introduced to something in one of his matches, he's not going to drop it.
I watched...
Like you saw it in
Go on.
the AJ match. You saw in the AJ match where he like messed with his moveset to accommodate what AJ was targeting.
I watched... obviously, I've been watching the G1 trying to catch up, which is a thankless task. But...
Because it's been on.
yeah. Naito is very, very good at amending his moveset, to target a limb. But on the flip side of
Yeah,
that, I've
he's
just
great at that, isn't
watched Ospreay versus Jay White. And Jay White works Ospreay's leg. And Ospreay, literally a minute later, goes to the top rope and does a 450. And it's like,
Yeah,
for
no.
fuck's sake.
Ospreay is very athletic,
honestly
but
one of my,
very, very
like,
stupid.
Yeah.
That's like one of my. I can't buy into the Osprey thing because there's no danger.
In 2019, he'd gotten a lot better. But
No,
just
I
this
think he was actually
G1, I don't
selling.
know what it is. I don't know whether it's just because he hasn't been wrestling for a bit and he just wants to show everyone, remind everyone just how fucking good he is. Or if he's just, I don't know. But a match that should have been an absolute fucking belter between Jay and Ospreay just wasn't.
I liked it.
I think I gave it 8.
But like, I didn't like it for anything that Ospreay did. I liked it all because Jay White, like what he does, he like punishes people for obvious holes in their moveset. Like Ospreay stays in Jay White's space to taunt, so Jay White picks him up and dumps him out the ring. Things like that.
I love Jay White.
I do love Jay White.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh,
That is
lovely.
so good.
How often do you get like in this era? How often do you get like a proper limb match?
Very, very rarely. Well, very rarely in
Very
WWE.
rarely. To be fair, because this is a limb match that's so far been executed well.
Lovely.
Because this is a limb match that's so far been executed well, this is like right up Rob's alley.
Yeah, absolutely. This is my jam. If it plays into the story and
That
it's done
and the
and it's
Walter
done well and it's sold well,
Yeah.
and Bryan doesn't forget that he's got a leg injury halfway through the match. Like,
Yeah.
look, just that simple, subtle selling is fucking brilliant. You've done the move, you've
Yeah,
got
it's
away
like-
from him, but don't forget your fucking leg hurts.
And he did a drop kick as well because he can't get the standing on that leg to throw a kick. Simple shit like that, and people just don't do it.
It's because, and this came up in a podcast I was listening to recently, and it's because, and I know this sounds like it's totally sort of like, oh, these young'uns don't know it, but I think it was Jericho speaking to LAX,
Yeah.
like Todd and Bobbin, like they've gone through the ringer to get to where they are, so they've picked stuff up all the way along. And the people in NXT only know the NXT way, so then they go to the WWE, and they only know that way. So they're never actually even told to work a limb or...
No.
Yeah, look, but here, like, Brian's using the limb, but, like, you can see in his face that he's in pain.
Plus, these two worked together, like, quite a bit in, like, oh,
Yeah.
I don't think they worked that much now. Like, I don't remember them... They had a few matches, but, like, I remember looking up at some point. They haven't actually had a million matches.
Oh, his tattoo says straight edge.
Have you just clicked with that?
I was trying to read it, but he kept moving.
You've
He's also,
seen it?
he's also got the Cobra Command one from G.I. Joe for some reason.
Oh yeah, just seen that.
I'm the Pepsi thing. You know, apparently for the Jericho feud, he was going to have Jericho tattoo something on him. And then they wouldn't allow it. Which is bad, because that would have been class.
CM Punk.
See, this is where like a wrestle like this actually works, because they're both moving in it, and Bryan can't hit bombs because of his knee.
You know why they don't do this sort of stuff? Like very often is because the fucking WWE crowd get restless. That's the
They
problem.
do, yeah.
That's the thing, because if you look at Daniel Bryan's probably the best COVID wrestler, because shit like this is what you need to do in an empty arena.
Well, you look at the matches
he's
he's
been
had.
allowed to do.
Exactly.
So, I didn't hear what you said. What did you say?
He's saying like he's been allowed to do that stuff because of
Yeah. Have you seen, like, literally every week I would turn on SmackDown, skip to Daniel Bryan's match, and then watch nothing else.
His matches with Gulak, his matches with AJ have all been great.
Nakamura.
Yeah.
There was a tag match that was really good with Nakamura, Cesaro, Bryan, and Gulak.
Oh, that sounds like a tasty jam.
Yeah. Like, he doesn't get given a lot of time. Like, the Gulak match on SmackDown was only like 10 minutes, but he's perfect at pacing a match. Like, CM Punk's my favorite wrestler, but, like, in terms of, like, a pure in-ring wrestler, like, I don't think anyone's touching Daniel Bryan, regardless of promotion. Like, right now.
like
Oh, he's
that's
happy.
to hurt someone standing on the back of your legs like that.
Yeah. Oh, fish hook.
CM Punk looks, at best, miffed.
It's like, oh man, this is gonna suck.
I am put out. Why is the underarm of CM Punk yellow?
Apparently his hygiene wasn't the best.
I imagine he's not one for like deodorant or etc.
To be fair, I've always thought that about his hair. I don't know why, but his hair's always been like a thing where I'm like, I bet that is well greasy.
It does look greasy.
Straight edge,
Oh my god. Yes.
Oh my god. Take notes, Sonata. Jesus Christ. Ask him.
Ask him.
Ask him. Again, this doesn't feel like a WWE match, does it?
No. No, it's well paced. There's a story, a very simple story being told. Just two great wrestlers having a great match.
I know.
Fucking get off me! Every time I hear CM Punk, I just want to go, CM Punk, CM Punk.
CM Punk.
Lovely, just random fish on CM Punk's shoulder. He's not got the best array of tattoos, has he, CM Punk?
I think he just got what he wants, and to be fair, I can respect that. Oh.
One bloke. Daniel Bryan. Love you, Daniel.
He's probably someone who watched him in like fucking Ring of Honor. It's like, yeah, Bryan Danielson.
One guy dressed as John Cena there, right in the front row.
I saw someone refer to Daniel Bryan as Bryan Danielson the other day, and I'm sort of like, you fucking mad.
I mean, that is his name.
Yeah, but like, I don't refer to CM Punk as Phil Brooks, do I?
I mean, you just have done. Oh my god, are they all dressed as John Cena in the front row? All the pink and green?
Yeah.
Everyone.
Oh my god.
I think the pink is Ziggler.
Zigglypuff.
Yeah, Ziggler was quite over at this point.
What year is this? 2012? Yeah, he was.
Yeah. He got really over by the end of the year.
Didn't he cash in after the next WrestleMania?
Yeah, he wins Money in the Bank, I think, and I think that's the next tape. No Way Out.
No Way Out.
There was a triple threat, but yeah, because there was a triple threat between Bryan, Kane, and Punk.
Oh yes.
Oh yes.
Sorry, I didn't mean it to sound like I was so turned on.
Oh
god.
That's just the effect that a Daniel Bryan match has on a man.
Daniel Bryan.
No, I'm not buying it. He's not selling the leg anymore.
Daniel Bryan is the perfect example of someone who has like next to no flashy moves. But
Apart from he does a backflip off the turnbuckle.
Yeah, that's basically it, though. Like, the rest of it's like submissions and flying off the top rope. Like, that's the only flying. He does a drop kick and a headbutt, and that's it. Because, like, he's athletic enough. He probably could do like a 450 if he really wanted to.
Well, isn't he like properly trained in like whatever martial arts?
Yeah, but like, I think he literally just did that so he can incorporate it into wrestling. And Punk, of course, is a great MMA fighter. What I like about that, normally we just like slap the back, but Punk was slapping the leg.
Oh, I hate that move.
But to be fair, like that move needs to be earned, and I think they've earned it in this match. Because Daniel Bryan couldn't like go for the drop kick. And sorry, since we talked about Punk's hair, it is kind of distracting.
It is really greasy in it. Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah. Seven.
He didn't even count that one. He just let the crowd do it.
Exactly. Just
Totally playing to the
do
crowd.
the job for me then, guys.
It's like when the singer puts this mic out to the crowd.
Yeah.
I love Booker T. Do you know who Booker T reminds me of on commentary? He reminds me of Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah.
Like, will say just whatever comes into his head. And just gets thoroughly overexcited.
You can tell when he's totally marking out. That's the best part.
Absolutely.
There was a match I was watching where someone was tagged in like the stomach, and he was just shouting, "Oh, he's going after the belly welly!"
Have you seen like someone in one of the groups is fucking whinging about Jericho being on commentary too much? It's like, what?
I love Jericho on commentary. I don't watch Dynamite, but like whenever I did, I loved Jericho on
just a little thing, because obviously it's Full Gear this weekend. I would highly, highly, highly recommend looking up the promo battle between Eddie Kingston and John Moxley. It is absolutely
so good, isn't it?
Incredible.
Do you guys see why I've been raving about Eddie Kingston for the last year now?
Well, let's put it this way. What culture do that ups and downs for each show? And, it'll be like 7 ups and 3 downs for Raw. And there's always been downs. And this is the first show I've ever seen where it's been, I think it was 10 ups and no downs for this week's Dynamite.
Didn't Pac come back or
he's had a promo, and it said, remember the bastards. Oh, what was it? Oh, remember the bastard with a temper. And it was, oh, you bastard. Amazing. Love it.
I miss Pat.
I am going to watch Full Gear. I imagine that's going to be an absolutely cracking show.
Yeah, I want to watch it just because of the thought of like a proper Eddie Kingston versus John Moxley match excites me.
You are aware Kingston are winning, aren't you? You are aware Kingston isn't winning.
I know, but a man can hold out hope.
A man can dream, Rob. Yes.
Because we all have... Oh. That was lovely. That was lovely timed.
The problem is, I can't ever take Daniel Bryan seriously when he's getting angry because he's just too nice a bloke.
Yeah, exactly.
He is a very nice bloke. And then you'll watch like one of his ROH matches and he's caving in Nigel McGuinness's head. Yes! Yes!
He's going to catch this one.
Yeah.
Dragon screw leg whip!
Damn it, Rob, stop being meta.
Oh my god.
Woo!
The figure 4 as popularised by The Miz.
He wasn't given it until the end of this year.
Ah, okay.
When we tried to turn him face for no reason. For literally no reason.
One of the most organic heels in WWE.
But when we did that, so WWE suddenly had like no heels because they turned to their biggest heel's face for no reason. No one can do a figure 4 as good as Flair, though.
Flair just did it so seamlessly. He transitioned into it so beautifully.
But then he'd fuck about for quite a long time, but you'd still be bottled.
Flair is one of the few people that I prefer, and this is going to sound really stupid now, I preferred watching getting the shit beaten out of than actually on offense. He just sold so well.
That was his job.
Nice.
Oh, lovely.
Nice.
Oh, La Magistral. I'm sorry about the silence. We're just kind of in
I was just going to say, we're enjoying the closing sequence. Buzzsaw kick!
Oh.
He's like, shit, I need to put him.
That was just impressed with his own kick. Now what do I do?
Oh, CM Punk was acting his dead rate so well there.
It's better than his acting in that film Garth watched.
Hey.
CM Punk can't believe he's kicked out there. Daniel Bryan's beard is so many different colours, I can't work it out. Like, there's white, there's ginger, there's blonde, there's brown. Like, what colour is your beard, Daniel?
He must have been really confused like a year from now when he grew it out.
It was better than when he was clean-shaven. My God. Because he went clean-shaven recently as well, didn't he? And it just doesn't suit him.
To be fair, I liked it when he did that just because of how I liked the change. Like, I liked sort of the clean break.
The 2 John Cena twins there look so fucking bored. Just one kid has just been doing the "you can't see me" for this entire match.
Like they just want Cena because they're kids.
Jesus.
Oh.
Yeah, but they don't want John Owen either.
But I bet you now when they talk, if they're still interacting, when we talk about this, it's like, oh yeah, I saw that Punk versus Bryan match.
Nice.
Oh, Doomsday Device, lovely. See, they managed to get that to be fucking natural as well. How often does a rope hung move feel natural?
Do you think there's anyone in the crowd dressed as John Laurinaitis?
A twat in a suit, yeah, there must be someone.
The only time somebody naturally falls on the rope is Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy does do it well.
I've seen.
On top of a
He does
cage.
do it well. I've been seeing people actually recently going, "Oh, Johnny Ace was great in All Japan," and as someone who's watched a few of his matches in All Japan, no, he fucking wasn't.
He was just a big blonde dude.
Yeah, he was a big blonde dude who would like come in and hit a move and then be carried by like Kabashi, Taue, Kawada, and
Someone
Misawa for the
said,
rest of
have
the
you
match.
seen how many 5-star matches Johnny Ace has got? Yes. Have you seen he was in the fucking ring with?
Like, it was hard to fail in a tag match in All Japan at the
Yeah.
time. Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
Oh,
I think we just kicked the cameraman.
Yeah.
going out like that.
This is fucking
this is
mint. This is great, this
Oh, this
fire
is-
sequence.
Oh, great. Back when the
do it.
submission was actually dangerous in WWE.
Walls of Jericho? Oh, right. Skin the cat, Daniel. Go on, skin the cat. Skin the cat, go on.
Some upper body strength.
Oof. Eat shit.
Shawn Michaels shooting, don't you know?
I love that.
Oh, that was lovely. It's going to be his... Oh, I was about to say it's going to be his hand on...
Imagine just having to grab different body parts off the rope.
That's another thing Jay White does actually that I love. He'll do a kick out by literally just getting his shoulder an inch off of the mat.
That's what you need to do.
Oh, no.
Not the
Not
moonsault.
the fucking Punk elbow, surely.
I think
Good
even
one, Tom.
Punk would admit that this wasn't his best.
I genuinely thought it said fuck is here on Punk's elbow there. It doesn't. It says look is here. That's nowhere near as entertaining. Be careful up there, says Lawler. Oh, yeah.
At least it's not that fucking Stardom show from the other day where...
Yeah, true, with that fucking low ceiling.
To be fair, though, that was one of Punk's better elbows.
That wasn't terrible.
He actually kept his form on the way down. You know who actually has a really good elbow drop, and it always surprises me every time I see him hit it, is Eric Young.
He does. He does. I genuinely thought you were going to say Bailey.
Guys, hear me out.
Let it all hang out.
Oh my. Oh,
That looks like it hurts.
on the injured ribs. Cena.
What? They're injured. He's not wearing tape.
He's going to full Cena it now and not sell it.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Oh, inside out, upside down. Oh.
Nope. Has he got him?
He's in.
Was he calling it the yes look at this point?
Yeah. And then he called it the no lock and then back to the yes lock. I'm invested and I know who wins.
No way.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Oh.
And he tapped as well. Like that. Kept Daniel Bryan
Okay.
strong.
Yeah, and then it led to the triple threat and then the no DQ at Money in the Bank. That was better than I remember now that I can actually appreciate what they were doing.
Yeah, I'm very, very big fan of that match. Very big fan of that match.
Great.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Right.
Good fun. Good stuff.
Let's, as CM Punk runs off and Daniel Bryan looks absolutely fucking livid as his terrible year continues. Let's stop it there.
Daniel Bryan can't run off because he's selling the leg.
That's true. Chris, seeing as that was your pick, what are we thinking?
Oh my god, that held up so well. I was expecting it to have great flashes but then drag it, and it did drag at one point near the end, there was a 30-second drag, but that is literally as close to perfect as you're getting in WWE in 2012.
Okay, Garth.
Yeah, I agree. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, just it's hard to believe that was a match in WWE at the time.
Yeah, absolutely. Just to give you some sort of context of this card. Obviously, that wasn't even the semi-main. That was Ryback and Camacho, which didn't get a rating from Meltzer. Not a dud or a 0 or a minus. Literally didn't get anything. And then the main event between Laurinaitis and John Cena, that went 17 minutes.
It was awful.
And that CM Punk match only went 24. I'm just going to say the one negative I had on that match, it was maybe 2 minutes too long.
Yeah, I think that's literally it. Because then the ending sequence is great, but there was a minute or so right before the end where it was okay, wrap this up now, lads. But
yeah, there was effectively 2 closing sequences. And then we had a little bit in the middle of those 2 closing sequences that we didn't really need to have. And I think if we'd have eliminated that, or even just after Punk had worked the leg, and then we had just a little bit of downtime before it picked up again, I think if we'd have cut some of that, we're looking at a damn near perfect match. As it stands, I'd give it 9, because it's still a very, very good match.
Yeah, I'm feeling a mid to high 9 on that one.
I agree. Yeah, I'll go 9.
Brilliant. Right. Lads, it's main event time. Now, again, I've decided to go full mark and pick a match from Japan. But what I wanted to do was, I've wanted to rewatch this match for fucking ages and just never really found the excuse. We're going back to 2018, Wrestle Kingdom 12. And it's probably not the match you're all thinking of from that show, but it's Minoru Suzuki versus Hiroki Goto for the Never Openweight Championship in a mask versus title, no seconds and no stipulation match. It had a really, really weird, long-ass name for absolutely no discernible reason. And the reason I've picked this is because Wrestle Kingdom 12 will always hold a little special place in my heart. It was the first Wrestle Kingdom I watched live. The first one I was invested in. I knew all the storylines too, and it's the first one we reviewed on this podcast, Garth, if you remember.
Yep.
I
do. Mm-hmm.
So, when we reviewed this show, we both said how much we enjoyed this match. I know that you are a fan of Suzuki, Garth, so I knew it wasn't too far out of the realms of possibility that you would actually relatively enjoy this match. And Chris, I know that you are a big Suzuki fan as well. So
yeah, Suzuki's actually probably my wrestler of the year this year.
He's had a very, very, very good year, certainly.
Because it was a bit quiet for January, but then the Moxley match and then New Japan went away. But then he came back and that Nagata match.
The Nagata match. Then his matches with Shingo, his match with Ibushi was sensational. He had a good match with Ospreay. So he's taking on Shingo again at Power Struggle, which again I imagine is going to be amazing.
It's going to be the only good part, Power Struggle.
Oh, yeah. So if you want to, the link will be in the podcast description. We've tried to find a YouTube or Dailymotion or some manner of link to mean you haven't got to go onto New Japan World, but unfortunately there isn't one. So we're using the New Japan World app. We'll put the link in the description of the podcast, but if you want to find...
Don't try and like search it out on New Japan World. You won't.
Yeah.
The search function might as well like just bring you to an Amazon link for fucking pork scratching for how useful it is.
It is shocking. You can type in Wrestle Kingdom 12 and something from 1979 comes up. But yes.
Do you mean Antonio Inoki?
I'm going to complete break kayfabe now, and Garth has just texted the group to ask us to stall because he needs a piss. So, yeah.
What did you think of the rest of his card then, Rob?
As in Wrestle Kingdom 12?
Yeah.
Honestly, I thought it was great. The only match I found a little disappointing, from the main matches I'm talking, obviously I'm not talking undercard, but the only thing that I'm thinking really is the Naito vs Okada match. At the time, I was a little bit disappointed with it. I was a little bit disappointed with the result, as I think everyone at the Tokyo Dome was. It just followed the Naito Omega match. I know that Tanahashi and Jay White was in between, which was also a little bit disappointing, but there we are. I don't know. Something fell a bit flat. Now, looking back, it sort of sweetened his victory at Wrestle Kingdom 14. So, there is that. But at the time, it was a bit of a downer to end the Wrestle Kingdom on, especially when everyone there was such a desperation for Naito to have this redemption arc following Wrestle Kingdom 8. All that he'd been through. He'd lost the title to Okada. He'd lost his chance to main event Wrestle Kingdom because of fan votes due to his lack of popularity, and he'd finally come full circle to Wrestle Kingdom and then lost. It seemed very, very strange. But overall, this card was great. Omega versus Jericho was great. This match is, to this day, one of my favourite New Japan matches, which may seem weird, but it was the first match I was really like, yes! Roppongi 3K versus Young Bucks was great. Cody, probably one of Cody's best matches in New Japan against Kota Ibushi. The 4-way for the Junior Championship was great. What else on this card? Was it Killer Elite Squad versus Sonata and Evil? The first one where they absolutely murdered Sonata and Evil for about 5 minutes and then they rolled them up.
Yeah, and then there's the 6-man with Elgin and War Machine with Road to Show. Fuck him. Fuck
Michael Elgin.
Actually, I think that might have been on the tag league, but still.
I think it was,
after that, they had to team. I enjoyed, because I remember Wrestle Kingdom 11 the year before. I found overall disappointing, with the exception of like 3-man events, which are obviously stellar. But then like the undercard was a bit dull. But then here, like from start to finish, which is great. This card, like if I'm gonna rewatch a Wrestle Kingdom and it's not 9, it's probably this one.
Yeah, I like 12. I thought 13 was great.
10's good. 10's really good.
I don't think I've watched 10 all the way through.
You've never seen 10? I'd recommend it.
No, I've watched bits of 10. I've watched Okada Tanahashi. I've watched Omega Kushida, which was a weird sort of thing. I'd watched...
That's 9. That's Omega Kushida. Oh no, Omega Kushida wasn't. I was
just going to say, Omega Kushida's 10. I remember watching...
with Taguchi.
Yeah, it was. It was a crap match. I wouldn't recommend that one. And Styles Nakamura,
Dragon,
I've watched,
which is great. Shibata versus Ishii.
Yes,
which
I haven't watched that one. I know that Shibata versus Ishii is on the card, but I don't think I've seen it. Is Garth back from his fucking piss yet? Jesus Christ!
I am.
Good grief, Garth.
Been here for ages. Listen to you.
Oh, sorry, mate. Right. Anyway, there's enough New Japan chat going on.
Breaking kayfabe.
Oh, mate. As soon as you left, I was like, Garth's gone for a Jimmy piss. Anyway, so you don't have to go on to the entire Wrestle Kingdom show. You can just find the match out. English commentary. It's 27 minutes long. So, boys, are you ready?
Ready.
Fantastic. So, in 3, 2, 1, play. Okay. God, I miss big crowds.
I miss crowds.
Don Callis on there.
Say again?
I think this is pre-Don Callis.
No, Don Callis is on this show.
No, it would be Don Callis.
Is this
I'm trying to think. when did Carino left? I was trying to figure out.
Because like GR was doing like sort of overdubs.
Yeah, but he was doing overdubs for the TV show. This was for live world broadcast. Oh Christ, what was I? This is like right. This is me like peak New Japan fan. Actually, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this is the year I joined PodMania for the Young Lions. I joined at Dominion, not Dominion. Dentaki.
Yes.
Oh, this is such a banger of a
It
theme.
really is. Both of these songs are amazing.
Because it's a proper like shonen, isn't
It's
it?
yes,
Like,
it
if
is.
Goku wrestled, this is what Goku would come out to.
Now,
What a set.
just Wrestle Kingdom always pulls it out. It always feels nothing short of spectacular. You always feel it's a real.
New Japan are great at like making a fight feel big. Like well, not anymore, but like back then, like I've been they've been at the Tokyo Dome twice in this project, and both times they managed to feel significant. Although apparently the Shinya Hashimoto match just isn't anywhere online.
No, it's weird, isn't it, that the politics behind stuff being on World, it's very, very bizarre.
But the only thing on World from that show is Antonio Inoki versus Tiger King.
Tiger King, not even Tiger Mask.
No, Tiger King's the original Tiger
Mask.
Mask.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. But, rights issues. But he still needed to be a tiger so he could draw. Because this was hair versus hair.
It was hair versus hair, title, no disqualification and no seconds match. So basically Chaos and Suzuki-gun were banned from ringside.
Yeah, because at Dominion... At Dominion, they had a lumberjack match, didn't they?
It did make me laugh, though, that they did all this, and then you look at Suzuki's hair and just think, he's got that tiny tuft on the back, that fuck handle on the back of his head. You just think...
That's what gives him his power. Also, it's like shaved into a... Like, to be fair, because after this, Bold Suzuki hit different, but Tanahashi match after this.
Oh, God, yeah. The one at New Beginning. The one where he just pretty much put Tanahashi on the shelf.
Yeah, and then he managed to pull a really good match out of Makabe.
Yes, he did. Oh, this tune.
And then he was a bit... And it's the original one too, not like the remix.
Doom, 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 doom.
This is the remix. I'm stupid.
Bam, 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 bam.
Rising up.
That's exactly what I think every time I hear it.
That fucking set. I can't get over.
I'm not even singing words, I'm just making noises.
This would be his first Wrestle Kingdom back, wouldn't it?
Yes, because they returned at New Year's Dash 2017.
Yeah. Because I remember he came back and was like, oh shit, that's the guy who faced Sakuraba.
They returned at Dash, and then all of them went on to challenge for respective titles at New Beginning, and every single one of them fucking lost. Every single one.
Yeah.
Which is just like,
That
what?
Suzuki Okada match.
Right, I'm afraid you're going to have to be quiet during this bit. Just wait. Just listen to the Tokyo Dome. Oh, God. Oh!
Don't like Japanese wrestling that comes out loud.
Kaze-ni-nare.
That's the thing I miss most.
Just the Kaze-ni-nare. Yeah.
Because I'm not happy no one reacts. It's so weird.
It is weird, yeah. Just look at that hair. I mean, I love Suzuki, and I would never say this to his face because he would literally fuck me into pieces, but that hairstyle is fucking dreadful.
30 years at this point he was
30 years, yeah. He's 50-something years old, and he still is a fucking badass.
He could wrestle circles around most people.
Easy. And he's adapted his style.
Beat the shot.
Say again.
Yeah.
and beat the fuck out
absolutely. His strikes are the
'cause
best in New Japan. I don't care what you say.
There's two. Well, Yoshihashi. No. There's two like Suzuki modes. There's like brawling Suzuki, and then I'm gonna pick apart one limb and one limb only. For
Let's be honest. There is 3 because there's all. There's also that third one where it's I'm gonna phone it in Suzuki.
Yeah, phone it in Suzuki's the worst.
But I remember, right, daft as it sounds now, I'd gone to my girlfriend's school. I was off. And my girlfriend had said, will you dress up as Batman and read my kids a story?
She's a teacher, by the way, everyone.
Say again.
She's a teacher, by the way.
Yeah, I'm not just...
like...
Safeguarded, she didn't just say. And she was like, will you come in and read my kids a story? I was like, for fuck's sake, I'm going to miss Wrestle Kingdom. So she was like, you what? Decided not to tell her what I meant. Went in, read the story, and this was the first match I saw fully.
The story of Suzuki's rise to fame.
Just got a chance.
I'm sorry,
kids
but like,
chanting not Kaze ni Nare.
Out of context, I think she can guess what it means. Oh, missing Wrestle Kingdom. What's that? It's not.
At that point,
it's like, is it wrestling? No.
Well, at that point, I'd only just started watching Japanese wrestling, and she still thought it was weird that I watched wrestling anyway. I didn't quite fancy telling her that I was watching Japanese wrestling. I don't know, that seemed weirder.
I mean, it's kind of like when someone's saying, I'm watching the match at the weekend, or yeah, like in the Premier League. Nah, the J League.
He's such a fucking badass.
What, Suzuki? This is right before, like, because later this year, that's when the Goto thing started getting tired.
Yeah, it was literally just after this Wrestle Kingdom, wasn't it?
Not even just after. I'd say around G1 time is when I got tired. And then he wouldn't be reinvigorated again until he brought out the best wrestling shirt in the history of wrestling.
The G and G1 is for Goto.
G and G1 is for Goto.
And it looked like someone had done it on paint. It was awful.
And it wasn't even like, it's one of the pet peeves with t-shirts. It wasn't on the front. It was down the side.
Down the side, I remember that.
Goto's out.
Like, and literally, it sustained about half a year's worth of jokes on the young lion. That and no Goto. Because like Jay White had like the IC title, and he was going down the ring, and it's like, Tanahashi? No, Tanahashi. Goto, do you think you're getting this? No, Goto.
What I don't understand here is, right, Goto's out for the count. That should be a victory for Suzuki, because he ain't getting up, is he, Goto? So this, in theory, should be a victory via him not being able to respond to the count.
But I think the fact that he, like, is moving is what's giving it. It's not like it was a straight knockout.
I do appreciate in this story that Suzuki does relatively fight fair because of the honour of, you know, he'd made an agreement to the stipulations.
Mm-hmm.
And I enjoy that.
Yeah, that's what Suzuki's like the best heel because of that.
Just gonna fucking brutalise the bastard. I don't care if he's knocked out. I'm gonna kill him.
It's just everything about it. It's like those little pixie boots he wears and everything.
The pixie boots.
Like,
pixie boots.
It looks wrong. It looks so wrong.
Because those are type we're like cow gotch style wrestling boots, but you need like knee pads for that aesthetic to work.
He's just legitimately scary, isn't he?
A handful of wrestlers that legitimately scare me. Suzuki's one of them.
I think it helps as well that Goto he's very good at fighting from underneath. Very, very good.
Yeah.
And
he's like your uncle who's always wanted his band to work.
Yeah, exactly. But he's got the presence that if he does fight from underneath and win, it's not unbelievable.
Yeah, it's not like...
Jesus.
I'm trying to... Oh, Jesus Christ.
Fucking hell, he held nothing back then, did he?
No. Good thing he's not gone for headshots.
It's Wrestle Kingdom, bitch. Here's a very special chair shot for you.
Do you remember the Nagata Macchiato at Wrestle Kingdom we did for the Classic?
Yeah, that was uncomfortable. That was.
Blood everywhere.
Yeah, he absolutely took apart Nagata, didn't he?
Yeah, and what's weird is that was for the Triple Crown. He was All Japan at the time, Suzuki.
Slappity slap. Poor Goto.
When you do that, it sounds like the beginning of a fucking NWO thing.
We don't ever need to hear that.
No, I don't ever.
Oh, I hate that theme now.
Put the fucking chair down.
That is a brave referee right there.
Absolutely.
Fucking with Minoru Suzuki. I forget what show it was, but but he went through a period. He doesn't do it now, but he went through a period where he'd literally just kick the young lion as he got into the ring. Like, Suzuki has a sustain for, like, young people.
Who are the young lions on this show? Is it Kawato and Oka? Is it that class? It will be, won't it, 2018?
Yeah.
It's not Umino and Narita yet. Oh, it might be. Umino and Narita might be there, but not as the main ones.
I think, yeah, they were like the next young lion class. But like those guys, that young lion class grew up that fucking fast, didn't it? Like Narita, and seemingly right after Narita and Umino had those matches on the Rising, but like the young lion equivalent of the rocket being strapped to your back. The thing is about Suzuki, nothing he does looks. He's like Walter in the sense that nothing he does looks like good and crisp.
It's when he delivers those forearms and he shushes the crowd and it just echoes around the arena. It's great. It's going to be here, isn't it? Go on, hit me again!
He's laughing.
Here you go, this is the one. Jesus.
The only thing that makes me more uncomfortable than that is the Shibata head.
Oh, God, yeah, but that's uncomfortable for a different reason, isn't it? Let's be honest. Fucking hell.
Like, you can literally hear, like, the...
Get up!
You know, the next time I do one of these, like, year-long projects, I need to pick one where Suzuki's, like, having a really prominent year.
And again.
It's about to say Suzuki's never hurt anyone, but it's actually hurt a lot of people. It is a great underdog performance from Goto.
Yeah, absolutely. But this is what I meant. This is why, whenever we slagged off Goto for being boring, phoning it in, having the same match over and over again, it was stuff like this that made you realise, actually, he's really good. He's the same as Suzuki. He's the same as Nakamura. You know, if pushed, if in the main spotlight, he will deliver a match.
But also, I think that's my problem with him. He wasn't delivering when, like, he was a champion. Whereas, like, Suzuki, every time he's a champion, he does deliver.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like, you see him now as never champ, he's going full pelt. When he was IC champ, he was going full pelt. It's only when he lost. Actually, the only matches that didn't go well was Naito, and I think it's literally because we just don't have the chemistry. Like, and it's really a shame because they're, like, the most diametrically opposed people in New Japan.
Don't know what it is about Suzuki licking his lips that makes me feel so fucking uncomfortable.
Oh, I forget what match.
It's human torture.
It is, yeah.
And I'm pretty sure. No, actually, no. That was an album from Tasman, but like it was him versus Real. It was Real. It was in the J Cup last year, and Real. No, because it's really did. His opponent, Phantasmo, was bleeding all over the place. So Really was slapping him before he delivered like a big finishing slap. He like licked his opponent's blood off his hand.
That's fucking grim.
But like that sounds like it is. But it is something Suzuki would do. It is a massive shame he was never given the title, Suzuki.
Yeah, I mean, even just for a short period, you know, to get someone like Okada or Tanahashi or even Ibushi to get a babyface like that, the belt, you need to get it off a heel. Or it would mean more to get it off a heel, I mean.
Our current issue of like the IWGP Championship is like all the matches are the fucking same. Like especially since like say the Sonata series, they have that formula.
Oh,
Someone like
nice.
Suzuki is someone who's going to break your formula.
This is so wrong.
Gonna be the... No. Just none of that.
I just love the crowd reactions to the reversals. Uh-oh,
I keep getting reminded of that.
I'd love to see
What?
Suzuki versus Joe.
Oh,
Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
that would be
Christ.
beautiful.
I was going to say I want to see Suzuki versus Riddle, but that's happened, hasn't
Yes,
it? You know what I really want to see is Suzuki versus Sabre.
that will be incredible.
Never give it
Yoshi-Goroshi.
This is
My
for Daniel Bryan.
I don't think so. I'll look it up.
It would surprise me if they haven't, because Suzuki has been going since the dawn of time.
Yeah, but the only place it could really have happened, because when Bryan went to Noah, he was a junior, so the only place it could have happened was Ring of Honor. He versus Daniel. Or it would be Bryan Danielson if it's on the Indies.
The hell?
Oh, it's Taka. Oh, Suzuki Gunner trying to storm the ring.
But Uzi stops him, doesn't he? Suzuki.
Taichi!
Oh god.
The boy! Oh, god damn it, Yoshihashi.
Still got the same shit hair. Oh my god, look at Tai Chi's trainers. Look at them. Look at them bad boys.
Okay, so by the looks of things, a singles match hasn't happened. But AJ Styles versus Minoru Suzuki versus Bryan Danielson versus Takashi Murashima happened at Ring of Honor Manhattan Mayhem 2007.
Oh, Jesus.
That's the thing about Suzuki dropkicks. They actually connect.
He doesn't break him out very often, to be fair.
As they should.
No, like, he'll break him out.
The replay made that so much better.
What? Like, you know, like when the WWE shows the replay and it's of a different angle, it's like, why did he even bother? Because it looks awful.
I've always found that WWE do the replay to slow it down until it's just about to connect and speed up again.
Yeah.
So you don't see that it's not connecting at all.
But here, they're like, well, it's Suzuki.
Yeah.
Goto's attire at the moment looks like his trousers are falling down.
I keep thinking
It does, doesn't it? And he wears, like, silk underwear.
that. Yeah.
Satin pyjamas.
Like silk sheets and shit.
Stop it. He's already dead. He's already dead.
Oh my god.
The only thing stopping Goto going down is because... Stop it.
He's so fucking good. I'm sorry. He's so good.
Suzuki, yeah, he's just... That's right. I think I said... I forget who I said it to. I might have said it to you too, but like, he's now in my top 10 of all time from this year.
Just from this year?
Like, this year put him over the edge for me.
Not over the limit.
Oi. Oi. Banter. Wordplay.
That is great banter. It really is. This is so uncomfortable at this point. This is 2 weeks in a row where we've stopped with a really uncomfortable match.
Do you love it?
Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Down, down, down. Oh, Jesus.
The wiggle, that's your
Jason
window.
Derulo.
Say again, Garth.
The wiggle is your window for reversal.
Absolutely.
It's your press R2. Press R2. See, you know a match is great when, like, the thought of a superplex is, like, salivating.
Mm-hmm. It actually means something.
Yeah, but also it means a lot because Suzuki isn't one for bumping.
He really isn't.
Like, that Nagata match, literally the only bumping in it was when Nagata did the backdrop for the win. I was bumping the whole match. The thing is, though, it does mean when Suzuki bumps, it means a lot. And it's not like in a Road Warrior way where he's not selling.
Oh, man. My match is... Oh. What the hell?
Oh, is it buffering?
No, it's just randomly stopped. There we go. That was incredibly annoying. What minute are you on, guys?
20, 51, 52.
Okay, I'm 2 seconds
53.
behind you, no problem.
Oh, Jesus, this guillotine.
It literally looks like it's going to pull Goto's head off.
Yeah. And if this was Joe Coffey, he would have fallen off
Twice.
the top by twice.
I love the fact that they thought, do you know what? Joe Coffey didn't work last time we put him in the main event. Let's put him in the main event again, see if it works. Oh!
And then he's going to be very inappropriate towards people, but we're still going to
Yeah,
keep him on.
exactly. To be sure.
To be fair, like there, we talk about Suzuki not bumping, but it means a lot when he bumps.
Yeah, it can't be pleasant to
Suzuki
take a Super
bumps.
Yushigoroshi.
Yeah, like if Suzuki bumps, he's gonna bump.
Punch to the head.
It's effective.
It's super effective.
Slow-mo replay. Oh, Jesus. It was like an electric and a water type. Oofed. The fact that he can like stiff these connecting forearms.
Fucking hell.
Oh my god!
Jesus.
That's the receipt. Oh, fucking hell. That's the receipt.
This is strong style.
Oh, love it. I tell you what, Goto isn't pulling back though, is he?
No, he's really not.
Fuck, Suzuki's following through.
Yeah. Suzuki is legitimately trying to hurt him.
Oh. To be fair, that was a safe headbutt. I think they learned their lesson after Shibata.
GTR.
Oh.
Reverse GTR.
A lifting up reverse GTR. However, I think Goto kind of needs to lose that hair. Two. Are we going to watch Suzuki cut his own hair
And
off?
there we
That was
go.
cool.
No, we do not need to watch Suzuki cut his own hair off because it takes ages, despite the fact that he's only got that little peacock tuft at the back. Well, lads. Garth, what do you think?
It wasn't fun. It was just brutal.
Amazing.
I keep forgetting that like me and you are like completely less desensitized to shit like
yeah.
this.
It was just every time Suzuki threw a forearm, you could just hear Garth going, fucking hell.
Right, we need to make sure Garth never watches like a Nakajima match.
I
enjoyed it. It was, yeah.
Did you enjoy it more than the Walter Timothy Thatcher match?
Yeah, because there was a bit more sort of to it, if you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean.
Because I did enjoy the other match as well. I think, I don't know, maybe it's because I've already seen this one. Like, I knew what I was coming
Yeah.
into. But still enjoy
No,
it.
I know what you mean. There's with the Timothy Thatcher and Walter match, it was very, very, very chop heavy. Whereas there was other things here that were brutal. Chris, what did you think?
Mostly forearms. Yeah, that was great. We all know that was gonna be great. Suzuki just can't miss when he wants to, and Goto works great from behind. He wasn't quite tired at this point. There could have been more Tai Chi. It was completely being honest with ourselves, but especially 2018 Tai Chi, moi. But yeah, it was grand. Last Yoshihashi, and we'd be looking at a really high score.
I loved it. It was brutal, but without going over the top brutal. It's everything I love about Japanese wrestling, and yeah, I absolutely loved it. I thought Goto played the babyface in peril superbly. And again, like I said during the match, he's got that stature that it's not completely out of the realms of the possibility that he takes that absolute basting at the hands of Suzuki and comes back to win. Did help that he was bleeding from the mouth as well, because I thought that added just a little bit to how much fucking punishment he'd taken from Suzuki. I gave it 9. Garth?
I'll go 8, but I'll concede.
You're so kind. Chris?
I'm putting a high 8, low 9 on that one. Yeah, it's great. I'm trying to remember what I think about it in context of everything else. Yeah, like I definitely prefer more than the Fatal 4-Way. I think it's about on par with Okada versus Naito.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. There are our 3 matches for this week. We'll be back same time, same place next week. Make sure you join us, subscribe, download the podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Leave us a 5-star review, comment. It really, really does help us out. Go to the website, www.podmania.co.uk, where you can get all of our match ratings, listen to all of our archived podcast episodes. You can find us on Twitter at @PodMania, Facebook PodMania Podcasts. You can talk to me on Twitter at @RealRobGoodwin. Garth, where can they find you?
At the Garthberg.
And Christopher O'Brien?
At Apple.
And we shall see you guys next week.
You've been listening to the PodMania Pro Wrestling Podcast. Follow us on Twitter at PodMania, Facebook at PodMania Podcasts, and YouTube and Instagram at Real PodMania. And check out the website, podmania.co.uk. Until next time, wrestling fans.